Do I think that Omarosa has a chance to win Celebrity Big Brother? Anything is possible. What's the motto of Big Brother? Expect the unexpected. And I always do every season and have since season 1 of regular Big Brother. And I'm trying to apply that same motto to Celebrity Big Brother. It is what it is. But hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine, and right now I'm reviewing Celebrity Big Brother Season 1, Episode number 10. It's going to be a kind of sort of quick review, so let's just get down to it. Pretty much, Meta World Peace is gone. Omarosa is no longer the HOH. Brandy thought she was going home, but she said that Meta saved her, and she's going to miss him. Big Brother showed us that before the live show, Meta said that he has anxiety and he wanted to go home, so when Omarosa decided to choose him as a replacement nominee, it was not on a whole, like, I'm going to get him out because I have a vendetta against him. It's like, no, it's because Meta asked for her to do that. So Omarosa is now alone. And you would think that she would be seen as public enemy number 1 and be nominated, but not at this point. No. If anything, she is slowly but surely being underestimated, even with the lies and the deceit. And that's what I'm seeing as far as the TV show is concerned. Ross had to convince Marissa to work with him, Mark, and James, obviously because Marissa wants to save Ari and Brandy. Ross said in the end, he, Marissa, James, and Mark will fight it out in the Final Four. That is, if Ross and Marissa make it to the Final Four, because anything can happen in Celebrity Big Brother. Ironically, he said that Mark wouldn't win anything, and lo and behold, Mark won HOH this week. But the alliance that they all have is called the Roomie Squad. And Ross is waiting to see where the power falls in the house because he's just happy his pairs are in the house at this point. They're still there. Ross and Marissa are both in 2 different alliances. One with Brandy and Ari, one with Mark and James. James is upset because Ross used the veto and thereby Brandy would have gone home if Ross had not used it. James tells Ross, listen, Lady O may not be the target this week. James wants to break up Brandy and Ari and then get out Lady O or backdoor her if one of them wins the veto. Ross wants both sides to come together to get Omarosa out so that he won't have to pick sides. I'm like, dude, this is Big Brother. Eventually, you're going to have to pick sides, and you're going to end up pissing off people even more than you already pissed off Shannon, because all I can think of is that facial expression she made when she saw his goodbye message. It looks could kill. Ari says that James is the biggest threat in the Celebrity Big Brother house. Mark starts talking about how the game changes from one moment to the next. Ari is suspicious of Ross because she believes that he and Marissa are in an alliance with James and Mark. But Brandy says they need to trust him. This is the most important HOH because everyone is divided. And I'm just like, Omarosa's plan worked. It really worked. Lady O tells the girls that she would love to see a woman win. Then she tells Marissa about how James and Mark discussed putting her up, allegedly, on the block. The HOH competition is called Red Carpet Ride. That competition was tough. Mark won it, by the way, and I was so happy when I learned about that on Tumblr. That is until I actually saw the competition, and then I just rolled my eyes. Basically, Big Brother split up the girls without Omarosa because Omarosa was HOH, so she couldn't compete. They had Marissa, Brandy, and Ari battle it out to get across this like moving red carpet thing that would eventually like tighten up, and then they'd be able to get across. Then Big Brother had the 3 boys, Ross, James, and Mark, go across the carpet thingies. Round 1 ended. James, Mark, and Brandy were the winners of round 1, so they all had to battle it out. And during this battle, Lady O realized that Mark and James have a final 2 deal. And Mark winning the HOH would be good for James, because then James would be able to win the HOH next week. Ross is happy that Mark won because he knows that Mark won't put him up. No, he won't. And right now, the guys have the power in the house despite being the minority, because there's 4 girls and 3 guys right now. This is why, in my opinion, they should have kicked James out of the house when they had the chance. They really thought that Chuck was more of a threatening player than James. I'm like, no, James was the big threat. Mark wants to break up Brandy and Ari. Marissa says she's worried about Ari. I'm just like, well, if you were so worried about Ari and Brandy, you wouldn't be an ally to James and to Mark, 2 people who want Brandy out and Ari out as well. She tries to convince James to push Mark to put up Omarosa and to not trust her. Lady O seems like she feels like she's safe, and I'm just like, she should not feel that way at all. Maybe it's the edit, but I hope she does not feel safe. Ross is talking to Mark, and he said Mark said that the way that he could get the least blood on his hands is by putting up Brandy and Ari. Ross then tells Mark what Omarosa said about Marissa, and he says that she gets everyone against everyone, pretty much. Mark says that Omarosa has to go. And he said, you know what? If worse comes to worse and either Ari or Brandy wins the veto, we could backdoor Omarosa. Marissa wants to save her girls. And I'm just like, again, you're in an alliance with 2 guys who want both of your girls out of the house. Like, come on now. Ross, Marissa, and Mark start complaining about Omarosa lying. I'm just like, if some of you are supposed to be super fans, then you realize that people lie, cheat, and say whatever they can to get to the end of the game. That's nothing new. Mark says that he misses, of all things from outside of the house, he misses music. Then Big Brother decides to put together this weird segment where Mark is working out and James is in the HOH room and he's singing this song and he's like off key or something, and they decide to use auto-tune, and I'm like, Big Brother, no. That was horrible, and it really made it seem like James cannot sing at all. Lady O starts talking about Trump. I'm like, here we go. So the house is kind of gathered. I believe they're upstairs because they're sitting in those chairs in that area that usually has like the checkers table or the chess table or something like that during regular Big Brother. I think James is downstairs because he's throwing a ball or something like that. So they're all having a cute little conversation. Omarosa is just listening and everything's fine. Someone says something about Mark and James being the showmans of the season. They're one of them because don't forget about Meta and Orwell, the cute little owl. Brandy must have had a drink or 2, and this is not to throw shade at Brandy for drinking, because there's nothing wrong with drinking. But usually when Brandy is drinking, loose lips sink ship. She really starts saying a lot of stuff, I guess, that was on her mind before she took a sip. Well, she mentioned to Mark that Mark's win was a setup. And I'm just like, oh, Lord. She says something about James being able to play in the next HOH. Mark says that, James throwing the competition was a selfless act. He really didn't have to do it. Brandy says that James and Mark have a plan for the final 2. Meanwhile, Omarosa, at this point, I think she's up and she's playing pool with somebody. I don't know who she's playing. She could be playing by herself. And she's just living for this moment of Brandy running her mouth, and I'm just shaking my head like, Brandy, this is not the time, especially fussing with the HOH right before he has to reveal his nominations. This is not gonna work. But on the other side, Brandy was right. Those two do have a final 2 deal together. One that is definitely going to snatch Ross's wig when he finally puts 2 and 2 together about that. So in the end, Mark nominated Brandy and Ari. He said they both were athletic, competitive, and strategic. The reason he nominated Brandy also was because he heard that she was coming after him. And I'm just like, now, who said that Brandy was coming after him? You know who said it. And Ari was nominated because she chose to team with Brandy, and it's time to break up that pair. Brandy is the clear target, and Mark said that getting rid of her pretty much opens up a path to the finale for him and his homies. Brandy says she won't go down without a fight, and James is happy that Brandy is nominated. Me, I'm just living for the drama and the messiness. I cannot wait until Friday's double episode, double eviction. I honestly don't care who goes home. But I have a strange feeling, and I could be wrong, that Omarosa is going to make it out of Friday. I don't know why I've been having that feeling. I just have been having it so far in this season, and she's made it pretty far. She has the gift for gab. But you all take care. Let me know what you thought of episode 10, what you think of the season so far, and who you think is going to win. Also, don't forget to vote for America's Favorite Player. I'm going to include the link in the description box below. I love you all. I'll be back for episode 11. And as I said before, I'm just going to let you know early that because I will be watching Walking Dead, my finale, Big Brother finale review will be a day late. Unless, of course, I'm able to do this like at the wee hours of the morning. But I don't know if you want to see a video of me kind of rambling on and going off into my own world. It's bad enough I'm sleepy doing this video as it is. But you all take care, and I love you guys, and I'll be back Friday. Bye, guys. Lord, Celebrity Big Brother Season 1 is something else. Bye, guys. Bye.